Most entrepreneurs see a map and see barriers. They see oceans, borders, and distance. An industrialist sees a map and sees bridges. If your assets, your boats, your trucks, your servers are sitting idle, they aren't assets. They are liabilities. They are ghosts eating your capital. I'm releasing the Logistics Blueprint, the hub and spoke map inspired by the Saadé shipping dynasty. We are going to engineer your geopolitics of movement, standardize your container, and ensure your empire is always in motion. The masterclass and the global pulse ledgers are live. Link in bio. Master the route. Look at your business right now. How much of it is standing still? If your delivery boat is docked, it's costing you money. If your rental apartment is empty, it's costing you money. If your media content is sitting in a drafts folder, it's costing you money. You have a ghost fleet. You've invested capital into stuff that isn't moving. In the world of logistics, movement is life. Every hour an asset stays idle is an hour of lost compounding interest. You think you're being patient, but you're actually just being inefficient. You're letting the taxes of time and gravity pull your margins into the mud. You don't have a lack of opportunity. You have a lack of flow. It's time to stop looking at your inventory and start looking at your velocity. Jacques Saadé didn't build CMA-CGM by just buying bigger ships. He built it by seeing the map differently. He understood that the Mediterranean wasn't a barrier. It was a bridge. He dominated his home route, the Levant, before he ever touched the deep sea. He understood the hub and spoke model, one center of power, many routes of distribution. If you aren't the master of your primary trail, whether that's the Abidjan Lagoon or a specific student district in Namur, you have no business looking at global expansion. You need an anchor hub. You need a standardized container that can move from a boat to a truck to a shelf with zero friction. The Logistics Blueprint is how you draw that map. Master the route, and you master the future. If your boat isn't moving, it isn't making money. Think about your current base of operations. This is the before state. It's likely a mess of optimized and unoptimized routes. Look at your primary trail. Is your boat returning with a full load, or are you moving empty air? Most of you are paying 100% of the fuel to move 50% of the value. You haven't accounted for the local mastery, the seasonal tides, the regulatory bottlenecks, or the competitor route mapping. And look at your unit of business. Is it standardized? If you are in Agrico, is your tilapia packed in a random way every time? If you are in real estate, is every apartment a different layout? This lack of standardization is the friction tax. Every time your product moves from one stage to the next, you have to repack it. You are wasting hours on handling that adds zero value to the end user. You are fragmented, manual, and slow. Now, let's visualize the after state. This is the geopolitics of movement. In this state, you have an anchor hub. This is your center of power, the private dock, the fueling station, or the proprietary media platform. From this hub, your spokes extend. One farm feeds 5 industrial cities. One media strategy feeds 1,000 content channels. Everything is containerized. Your 20-kilo crate of fish moves from the boat to the truck to the industrial kitchen with zero friction. Your student rental layout is a copy-paste model that you can deploy in any city. You use the global pulse ledger. You track the position of your ships daily. You know the load factor of hybrid boat 01. You know the turnaround time for your media campaigns. You are the command and control center. You aren't just working, you are orchestrating. Your assets are never idle because the hub is always unloading and reloading with surgical speed. How do you cross that bridge from a local shop to a logistical empire? You use anticipatory logistics. You make the China bet. The bridge is built by identifying the underdeveloped route that will be the factory of the world in 5 years. For you, maybe that's the mangrove to industrial catering route. Maybe it's the expansion into a new European hub. You define the strategic requirement. Do you need cold chain storage at the hub? Do you need a specific maintenance SOP? You set a deadline to open the office. This bridge isn't built on hope. It's built on the intermodal test. Can your unit move faster? Can your hub handle more? You reinvest your profit into the nodes, the terminals and the stations. That allow you to control the ships. You stop being a sailor and you start being the admiral of the fleet. By now, the awareness should be absolute. Motion is the only metric that matters. You've heard the Saadé model. You understand that infrastructure nodes are the keys to the kingdom. But a blueprint is just a drawing until you standardize your first container. I have used these exact logistics blueprints to structure Alpha Holding. I've mapped the lagoon routes for Mobilis and the distribution nodes for Agrico. I've made the Logistics Blueprint and the Global Pulse Ledger available to you. I've uploaded the spreadsheets that track your load factor and turnaround time to my Patreon. This is the tactical manual for the entrepreneur who is ready to draw their own map. I am not looking for dreamers. I am looking for architects. On the Corafia Patreon, you are getting the steel, the intermodal packaging designs, the hub maintenance SOPs, and the anticipatory logistics formulas I use to stay 5 years ahead of the market. Your task for this week is architectural. Define your anchor hub. Identify the one location or platform that is the center of your power. Then, find the empty air in your primary route and kill it. Reinvest your next profit into a node, a piece of infrastructure that makes your movement faster. Master the route. Own the future. Go to the link in my bio. Join the Corafia Inner Circle on Patreon. Download the Logistics Blueprint and start your alpha motion today. The map is yours to draw. I am Parfait Eddie, and this is Corafia Strategic. I'll see you on the inside.